If you've ever wondered how far your money is going to go in landscaping, today I'm going to give you those answers. How much can you get done in your yard for $1,000, for $5,000, for $10,000, $15,000 and more? Let me start at the beginning. If you're looking at your home and some of the projects seem big or daunting, or you just have absolutely no idea how much this stuff costs, let me try to break that down for you for just a little bit. For roughly $1,000 to $1,500, somewhere in that range, that's going to get you a pretty nice start on a yard cleanup, perhaps replacing some old dead or dying shrubs, possibly patching a portion of your lawn. Maybe there's some areas that are under shady trees where it used to not be so shady, and your Bermuda lawn has started to thin out and look very weak in that area. It's going to give us a chance to walk around your entire property and address some of the eyesore type issues. Kind of get your property back in shape, looking decent again, things fixed up, a lot of chores knocked off of the to-do list, and just get you ready if you want to tackle a bigger project, or maybe you just want to get things put back together in your yard. So that's usually what you're going to get in that $1,000 to $1,500 range. If you step up, possibly in that $1,500 to $2,500 range, for that extra $500 to $1,000, it'll probably give us an opportunity to walk around your yard and address a lot of the drainage issues. That's oftentimes the number one most important thing to look at after the initial aesthetics of the yard, the initial curb appeal, and what does it look like from the street. We want to take care of any drainage issues. Do you have downspouts that are pouring water right at your foundation? Do you have any areas of your yard that have just eroded away? Is there any undercutting around the edges of patios or retaining walls? Are your side yards draining excessively? Are you getting water from the neighboring properties? Do you have the wrong type of grass, possibly a sun grass that's now in a shaded area, and you add to that the complication of additional water flowing into that area? Another $500, maybe $1,000 is going to give us a chance to put pipes onto downspouts, add perhaps a surface drain basin and maybe drain it 15 or 20 feet away from that. So roughly in that $2,000 to $2,500 price range, you're getting a chance to kind of refresh the yard a little bit and address some of the more obvious drainage problems that are on the property. Stepping up from there, when you get to that $5,000 budget number, let's say $4,000 to $6,000 range, that's when you're going to have your first opportunity to start considering some revitalization projects, perhaps a more complex or in-depth planting plan. Maybe you want to extend some of the curb appeal to wrap around to the backyard or the outdoor entertainment areas in the back, or the living space areas that you use most often. You might even get a chance to start exploring some smaller patio options, perhaps a 10-foot by 12-foot patio out of interlocking pavers. That's going to give you a chance to not just revitalize and address the most important things, but perhaps start to get into your wish list of projects and give you a little bit more life outside in the areas that you enjoy most when you are outdoors. Once you step up to that $10,000 range, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000, that's when you're going to be able to include an outdoor living space type area. So you're going through the entire property, addressing the major highlights of drainage. You might be able to, at this higher budget number, start to entertain the idea of a larger, more expansive patio, perhaps a fire pit or a small retaining wall, or maybe a knee wall. Stepping up from there, you're going to get into the $10,000 to that $15,000 range. This is where you're going to start getting really nice, expansive outdoor living projects. Maybe there's some deck work that you need to do. A lot of times, standard builder decks have stairs that come right across the back of the house. Very common project for us is to take those stairs, put them off the side of the deck, rotate them 90 degrees, so you open up the back of your house, create an expansive patio, perhaps again a seating wall. Maybe now we can start to introduce the idea of landscape lighting. Low voltage landscape lighting adds a degree of ambiance and comfort and warmth to the backyard that you cannot capture any other way, and it's not as expensive as you might think. Prices have come down over the last several years. Quality has gone up. Even some of the cheaper fixtures that you can buy at big box stores have now really stepped up in their quality. So the fixtures that you find that are, I don't like to use the word cheap, inexpensive at perhaps a big box store now matches the quality of 5 years ago that you were getting through some of the more premium vendors, Vista, Hadco, FX, Volt. So these are some of the things when you get into that $10 to $15,000 range where you're really starting to be able to add components of landscaping that cover all the bases and all the services that are in our wheelhouse. And let me just remind you of what some of those services are. Irrigation, lighting, artificial turf, yes, putting, backyard putting greens. They've really grown in popularity and we do a great job of it. Sitting walls, fire pits, patios, paver patios, stone patios, stacked stone walls, precast decorative retaining walls, new sod, new lawns, new plant material, design services. So if you're interested in whether you're looking at doing just something small to add curb appeal, perhaps you're even trying to just sell your home in the next 6 months to 12 months, and you just want the house, the shrubs to be smaller, you want the house to have a nice pop, a nice curb appeal, I can't say whether or not you would get 100% of your investment back, but consider this. A small investment might mean the difference between your home sitting on the market for 6 months or maybe just several weeks, because it really does matter when people pull up what the outside looks like, and it really matters most to you because this is the home you're pulling into every single day and night. So whether you're considering a small project or a large project, please keep us in mind. The summer temperatures are very hot. It's been incredibly dry, so you might not be going out a whole lot and thinking about enjoying these spaces, but fall is just around the corner. Kids are going to be back in school. Temperatures are going to come down again, and we get absolutely slammed when that season starts because as the temperatures come down, as the kids go back to school, everybody begins to want to think about doing their landscaping project, and so September and October become incredibly busy months for us. We still have a little bit of time before those fall months hit, so if you're considering a fall project, give us a call, 678-201-5409. We'll come right out, take a look at your project, offer you a written proposal, and we'll see what we can do to help turn your current home into your dream home. Thank you and have a great day.